Hello, I'm Dr. Paul Charleston. I have clinics in London and Yorkshire, and I'm going to talk to you today about weight loss drugs. These are in the press all the time and are used extensively throughout the world to help with weight loss. And the reason they're so popular is because they're incredibly effective. They work by mimicking hormones that the gut produces that tells us we're full. Because it reduces that terrible food noise you get when you try to diet and you feel hungry, that gets rid of that effect. So you feel full, you don't want to eat, so you lose weight. Clearly, there are potential issues with this, so you have to be careful with the dosing and you have to be careful with your product supply. So I would always say to people, you need to do it with a balanced diet, you need to do it under medical supervision supplied by someone who is getting this from a reputable pharmacy. Sharing doses is not a good idea, clearly. There's also this talk about microdosing, and at the moment this is something that isn't recommended by the manufacturers. The research is still not there to say this is a good way of working. So I will always say you should stick to a regular routine supervised by a clinician, and don't buy things from the internet or mess around with the dosing. There are some scare stories about side effects, but actually in clinical practice they're relatively minor, and they're usually nausea and a bit of biliousness. You can get vomiting and diarrhea, but if you're careful with dosing, this doesn't occur very much. Things like pancreatitis and hair loss are pretty scary, but really don't occur very often and should be monitored, and the patient should be looked after. So if there are any signs of anything going on, then these drugs can be stopped. But on the whole, they're fantastic drugs, and over a few months you can lose 20% of your body weight, which has loads of positive health effects such as the reduction in type 2 diabetes and hypertension. So on the whole, these drugs are safe and used carefully are highly effective, and I'm sure there's going to be more and more of them. So if you're interested in discussing a healthy weight loss program, please do get in touch. Thank you very much indeed.